Welcome back, family, to NorthsideLDN. Caramba, today we got Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 0. Now, this isn't sustainable. We take the 3 points. You always take the 3 points. It's like getting a free lunch. You'll take the free lunch. You're not going to say no to free lunch. You know what I mean? You ain't going to say no to free money. But I'm sorry. Desculpa lá. Se você quer chorar, pode chorar. Não quer saber nenhuma porcaria. I don't care if man want to cry. The performance today was not good enough. And this performance today shows again that we need a striker. Now, some people are going to say, oh, no, son, but Bev, we scored 2 goals, Bev. In another, against a better opposition, we don't even get the opportunity to get back into this game. It is not sustainable, which is why David Raya is man of the match. There's a reason. Because nobody else played well today. Nobody else played well today. There is a reason. There is a reason why David Raya is man of the match today. It's not good enough. The amount of opportunities given to Aston Villa today, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, mistakes at the back, allowing Rodgers and Onana to rough us up and run our midfield, not putting our chances away by multiple players, not even by 1 or 2. It's by multiple players today, not putting their chances away. We continue to play like this and we continue to not go out there in the market and get a striker to finish the opportunities. They ain't going to be getting back into the game. Other teams, better teams, will put their chances away. Aston Villa today go away from this game. Let's be real. Because you're going to get emotional. I don't care, bro. I don't care. This video is not sponsored by estrogen. Let's put the estrogen levels down of this fan base and let's just talk serious. The opportunities, mistakes from Gabriel. I saw Ben White in the second half get cooked. I saw Timber get cooked. I saw Rodgers bodying both our midfielders. Is this sustainable? Is that sustainable? The opportunities to our front three that weren't taken, picking the wrong lineup. You think this is sustainable? That ain't sustainable. That's the reality. That's the reality. So let me just make it real, because I know this fan base, they like to, you know, they're fully subscribed to Arteta only fans. They're fully subscribed right now. They're loving it. Mighty Morphin Arteta Rangers. You can't ever say anything against this manager because it's, oh, Northside, you're not happy. I'm happy about the win. I'm not happy that I'm being proven right again that we need a clinical goal scorer. We need a clinical goal scorer. If Aston Villa scored the chances that they had, Ollie Watkins, by a mistake by a centre-back and is through on goal, you think a better team doesn't put that chance away? Ollie Watkins hitting it wide, 1v1. Hits it wide, doesn't even test our goalkeeper. On another day, that's a goal and we're 1-0 down. And football's about momentum. When you're 1-0 down or 2-0 down or chasing the game, it's a completely different game. We were lackluster in front of goal and Aston Villa were worse. We were a little bit better out of the two teams that didn't perform to their level. From set pieces as well, I want to say this as well, because we're going to get through all the players. I want to say this as well. Arsenal today was uma porcaria e uma desgraça in front of on set pieces. Uma desgraça on set pieces, bro. We had a set piece. The first one, Havertz in the box. Why didn't you finish it? Why didn't you finish it? I'll tell you why. Because that stupido da merda is not a clinical goal scorer. So this is what he's going to do. Frustrate you. There's going to be opportunities where you're thinking, nah, it's harder to miss. It's harder to... That filo da puta will miss. I told you, I don't want Jesse from... The German Jesse from Breaking Bad up front. Because this guy is not clinical. Today we got away with it that he didn't score. We didn't get away with it at the end of the last season in all competitions. Or the fact that we don't have a clinical goal scorer. So this will catch up to us if we don't, with the little time that we've got left, go out there in the transfer market and get a striker. That's the reality of it. Set pieces today. Aston Villa hit the ball wide. It was an inch from a set piece. It was an inch away from going in. Our defending on set pieces today, we were all over the place. We were all over the place. Come on, man. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. It's embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing to see Rodgers absolutely body Declan Rice and Thomas Partey, bro. Onana bodying, bro. Roger, I never even knew about this Rodgers guy. I didn't even know about this you. This guy embarrassed our midfield. Let's keep it real. He embarrassed our midfield. Let's start Let's start with the front line. Martinelli, why is this Filho da Puta still starting, bro? Why is this Brazilian Mr. Bean still starting? Why? He had a shocking season last season. Everybody said this season he needs to prove himself. He should be on the bench. And the fact that we saw that Trossard didn't want to celebrate tells you everything, bro. Man knows he's playing better. But then he's getting benched for what? Why is he getting benched for? Because of what? Nah, bro. I'm sorry. You can't justify that one. You can't justify that one. I'm sick of looking at flipping Martinelli on the left wing, looking like the São Paulo Chandler from Friends. I'm done with this flipping Brazilian Chandler from Friends, bro. This guy was atrocious today. Uma merda, bro. Couldn't cross the ball. Couldn't beat his man. Decision making taking too long. Running with his head down. Bro, this guy has not evolved. He is rubbish. Look at the difference between Savio and Martinelli. I'm sorry. You have been here how long? 5 years? 5 years, bro. You've been here and you have not improved. And I'm talking about the basics. Cross the ball. Knowing when to pass. These are basic things. As a footballer, Martinelli's footballing IQ is atrocious. Eu não quero saber. Já tem filho da puta aqui. I'm a dizer, nah. Oh, you're being negative, bro. Go to your mum's bitty, bro. Because clearly reality for you is too harsh for you. It's too harsh. You know what I'm saying? It's too harsh. So listen, let me tell you this. Martinelli, we've been complaining about the same thing about Martinelli. We've been complaining about the same thing. This guy, Martinelli, bro, this guy doesn't know how to, this guy kills off our attack. This guy don't know how to beat his man. If he doesn't have space in behind the fullback and you stand off Martinelli, he ain't going anywhere. He ain't doing anything. I'm sick and tired of seeing Martinelli, bro. I'm sick and tired of seeing Martinelli. Hold bench. Hold bench, bro. You were trash last season and you were trash today. Trossard comes on, within 10, 15 minutes, the guy already scores. Look at the difference, bro. And that's why man's pissed off. Man's thinking, bro, why am I holding bench when I'm doing better than this guy, bro? Why am I holding bench for what? Favorites, bro. Favoritism, bro. That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. Kai Havertz today, how many opportunities do you need to score? How many opportunities? Rubbish at passing, rubbish inside in the box, not taking the opportunities. You're a striker. Shoot the bola. This guy was uma merda today. Eu não quero saber. Epa, não quero saber. He was rubbish. Kai Havertz was rubbish today. He was rubbish. With the opportunities given to him, he was rubbish. Minimum, I remember 2 1v1 opportunities in the box. There was one opportunity, actually, that Martinelli did make the right decision, played Kai Havertz in the box, and this guy doesn't even get it on target. We get a corner. The goalkeeper falls to the ground. There's about 3 defenders. You're not even marked, and then you're hitting it against the crossbar. Bro, this guy is not the guy. This guy is not the guy. He's not the guy, but this is what they like. They like the German. They like the German baby reindeer. They like this. That's what they like. They like this guy for some reason. I don't know why. Man looks like the ambassador for flipping in-betweeners. He's not good enough. He's not clinical enough, and he's going to cost us. He's going to cost us, bro. Because all the arguments that's always put for Havertz, oh, look at what he does off the ball. What did he do off the ball today? What did he do? What did he do, bro? Saka today, not good enough. Finishing, not good enough. Yes, he got 1-2 assists. I didn't see, Saka wasn't good enough. Finishing wasn't good enough. Taking on his man wasn't good enough. I don't care, bro. I don't care. It wasn't good enough. That's not the level. Yeah, you're going to put Saka up there as world-class, then I expect world-class performances. A lot of Arsenal fans think he's world-class, then that's what we're going to judge him on. Not good enough, bro. Not effective enough. Saka wasn't good enough today. Just keeping it real. Yeah, I mean, but it is what it is. Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. Let's go first with Thomas Partey. Bro, he needs to be dropped. The first 2 games of the season, this is the porqueria that we're seeing. If you're trying to fight for your contract, because there was talks about, oh, you might be, going to get moved on, the fact that you're too injury prone. I'm sorry, there has to be accountability. You have to be dropped. You can't be performing like this. First game of the season, you were trash. Today, you were trash. Not good enough. You're getting bodied by Rodgers. You're getting bodied, put on the floor, getting spun. Nah, man, I'm sorry, not good enough. Yeah, and yes, you scored a goal today, but that doesn't mean that your midfield performance was good enough. Defensively, you're allowing our midfield to get run over. You weren't controlling Rodgers. You were getting bodied all the time. It's not good enough, bro. That's not sustainable. Like, you have to, bro, you're supposed, bro, listen, there has to be accountability here. If we're gonna talk about accountability for Martinelli's stinky performance, we need to have the same energy with Thomas Partey. And a goal does not absorb you of your 19-minute performance. It does not absorb you of that. That was embarrassing. I've never even seen this Rodgers guy, bro. The way, bro, man was just standing him off one hand, bro. Man had the hand of Thor and just crushing Thomas Partey down to the ground, bro. Bro, the way he was pushing him around, you would have thought he would have done it to Martinelli, bro. He was manhandling him, bro. I thought it was Usyk versus Tyson Fury again. Nah, man. Sorry, bro. Sorry. You can't tell me, oh, none of that matters, but because he scored a goal, that's the only thing that matters. No, bro, don't work like that. What is his position? Yeah? Scoring a goal is a bonus. Your job, yeah, is to retrieve the ball and start the counter-attack. Whether it's a long ball into the front three, whether you're going to play a ball into Odegaard to spark the counter-attack. You're supposed to be the shield behind the back four and spring the counter-attack. You did not do that today effectively. So you did not do your job well. That's the reality of it. So scoring a goal does not mean that you did your primary job well. That's not what happened, bro. Declan Rice today, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm getting sick and tired, bro. This guy wants to be a box-to-box midfielder. You're camping outside their box. Basic passes you're struggling to do. Basic passes. You're also getting bodied by Rodgers. Is this good enough? Nah, bro, it ain't good enough. It ain't good enough, bro. We bought you to have some stability to help Thomas Partey. Bro, the midfield, bro, it was wide open, bro. It was McDonald's drive-thru. Please go to the next window to receive your meal. That's what it was. That's what it was today. Not good enough from Declan Rice. He was getting bodied as well. He's getting spun as well. Embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing. Odegaard, listen, bro, we are so lucky. Nobody's going to tell me the chances that Villa had today weren't chances that they should have at least been 2-0 up. They should have been 2-0 up in the first half, bro. And yes, listen, you miss your chances. Football is about scoring goals. Even though this fan base always talk to us about its other things and it's about off-the-ball work. And football is about scoring goals, bro. Goals win you games. Yeah? We scored the goals today. Villa didn't. So it didn't matter all the off-ball work that Ollie Watkins did, all the off-ball work that, bro, it's about scoring goals. That's it. And ultimately, we scored the 2 goals. We got the 3 points. I'll take the 3 points. Listen, I'm not even fuming because if I was fuming, I'll be grilling everyone differently. But the performances wasn't good enough and need to be analyzed. You can't just, I'm sorry, yeah, I watched the game. You're not going to tell me that, oh, because you can see, because you want to go on Sky Sports highlights and because you want to go on One Football app and it says 2-0, Arsenal had a good performance. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. And in football, yeah, you can have a stinky performance and get a win. But eventually, those kind of performances catch up to you. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Our midfield being rubbish in terms of creativity and have no control of the game and being run through. That's not a sustainable way to win football. Our front three, wasting opportunities. Wasting away opportunities. Martinelli had an opportunity to score, didn't score, was breaking down our counter-attacks. Kai Havertz not taking his opportunities in the box. Saka, not clinical enough today. Not clinical enough today when he had his opportunities. That's not a sustainable way to win the league. It's not sustainable. Odegaard today. Listen, let me get through some of the comments before I get into Odegaard, bro. Big up to everyone locked in. Big up Lee for the raid as well. Big up everyone locked in. Been telling people Trossard the best player. Big up to Cayman. Big up to the real king. Big up Northside. Big up Northside every time. Big up the chat. Facts. Big up, bro. I will be putting the link out as well soon. Big up to everyone locked in. You know what I'm saying? Trossard looks so pissed off. He's an Arteta out for sure. Utter rubbish. Villa away is a hard game. Bro, shut up, bro. How's it up, bro? At the end of the day, yeah, we have spent more money. We are further along in our process. Don't tell me, yeah, that we can't do better. We created chances today. We weren't clinical. But a lot of the times we was camping near their box. That ain't good enough. Yeah, that ain't good enough now that we're pushing £800 million spend 5 years under this manager and we're playing the same pucaria football. The football today was rubbish, bro. Was rubbish. It was rubbish. We were struggling. We were struggling. Yeah, and a manager that this fan base said is a rubbish manager. And the other day had Robbie and what's his name? Robbie and Yardman arguing about Arteta is the second best manager in the league. Well, if you're the second best manager in the league up against Unai Emery, that a lot of this fan base laughed about, saying, "Oh no, he's nowhere near Arteta. Arteta, look at what Arteta's doing." I'm expecting better, bro. Has Arteta had the same amount of money and the same time at Aston Villa to turn things around? Why is this game so close? Crazy. But now, bro, whatever, man. Whatever. Big up Northside in the chat, slap the likes. Big up, my G. Wasn't a good performance, but Trossard saving us again. Martinelli is dusted without that yard of pace. He's dusted. I told man he's one-dimensional, bro. He's one-dimensional, bro. He's not hard to defend, bro. As long as you got a fullback that can keep up with him, trust me, he ain't doing nothing. Stand him down. Martinelli does nothing. Martinelli does nothing, bro. Big up Northside. I told man Trossardinho has to start over the Brazilian Seamus, bro. This is what I'm saying, man. So I'm saying Watkins was an agent business. Those misses were shocking. They were. Listen. At the end of the day, we've got the 3 points, and I'm not saying that I'm not happy with the 3 points. I'm not happy with the performance. I'm not happy with the performance because if these performances continue, and if we don't go out there and address what we've been saying that we need, which is a striker, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. And because we got away with it today, they think we're always going to get away with it. Well, 2 seasons in a row, we've not gone out there and got a clinical striker. And guess what? We ain't won an FA Cup. We ain't won a Carabao Cup. We ain't won a Champions League. We ain't even won a Europa League. And we ain't won the league. So, bro, we need to go and get a clinical striker. We need to get a proper striker. And the fact that we haven't got somebody else to compete with Saka, this is the problem. Martinelli's having a stinker. We take off Martinelli and we put Trossard on and he scores. This is the difference between having competition in a position and not having a competition in a position. This is the problem, bro. Because we're bringing on Reece Nelson for Saka, bro. Did Reece Nelson perform today? Did he get us a goal? Did he do anything? Why have we not gone out there and got another winger, bro? Because when Martinelli's having a stinker, we know what the solution is Trossard. Why don't we have that same level of competition on the right-hand side of our attack? Why don't we have that level of competition for the strikers? That's what I'm saying, bro. It's a joke. We got out of jail. We weren't good at all today. We weren't. We were poor. We were rubbish today. We were rubbish, man. Big up to you, bro. We need a striker or a winger. Failed to get an attack and we fall short. This is what I'm saying. But bro, these men are happy with just coming close, bro. That's what they like, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? These men, that's what they like, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's what they like. Big up Northside. The German giraffe is so wasteful up front. What's this here? Northside, speak on Martinelli performance. He was stinky. Also, get Lex Luthor Ten Hag out of my club. I hear it, bro. Big up to everyone. Listen, Rodgers were cooking today. Rodgers were cooking. We are going to get onto Martinelli and the back line as well. Big up to everyone. I think you need to calm down on the mistakes of the defense. We literally had the best defense last season and the team needs to hit rhythm. Attack still needs a striker or wing 100%. Okay, we'll see then. We'll see. We'll see, because you're telling me to calm down on the defense. Before Timber came to Arsenal, how many games did you see of Timber? Because today I saw him get cooked. And also, we'll get onto Timber. Yeah, because I've not got onto the defense, to be fair. I've not got onto the defense. I've not called Calafiore trash and I've not called Timber trash. I said I will judge you based on a couple of games. I'll give it 10, 15 games I might start and I'll judge you. Yeah, on what I see. But today wasn't a good performance defensively. So we'll see. Big up, my G. Big up. Rodgers ran that game. We lost like you last season, and we should have been 2-0 up. But I'll take. We look like a real top 4 team. Listen, you guys, you did what you need. Well, you didn't do what you need to do because you didn't score. But you know what I'm saying. it was a lot. The game was a lot closer than the scoreline shows you. I agree, Virgil van Northside. Villa were poor in front of goal. I still think you need a striker myself. Not sure why you're going for Moreno when you don't need him and can get Tony for the same price. We'll see. We'll see how good he is, bro. We'll see how good he is. You know what I'm saying? We will see how good he is. Well done to Arsenal. Big up Northside. Arsenal did what they had to do to get the job done. Listen, they did what they needed to do, but it's not convincing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not convincing. Northside is the negative final boss. Bro, I could really go off if I really wanted to go off, bro. I'm not even really going off. And everyone that watches my show every day knows that this is me chilled. So listen, you can say negative, yeah, but guess what? We keep getting it right at the end of every season. Yeah, every time we keep telling you lot it's not good enough. Yeah, seems like we're always right, innit? But apparently we're negative. All right, cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. But anyway, there you go. It is what it is, bro. Northside, once I back, that isn't sustainable. It's still a mad tough ground, I think you meant. Yeah. And they basically did the exact to us last season at Villa Park. It doesn't matter what they did to us, bro. They're not going for a league title. We are. And what I'm talking about is the fact that our performance wasn't good enough. We should be able to break them down, or at least be able to cut through them, bro. Like, everything was rubbish today, bro. Our ball retention was rubbish. Our creativity today was rubbish. Our finishing was rubbish. Bro, come on. We was allowing, bro, Raya literally saved us, bro. The amount of times we was exposing him by putting him under pressure, by stupidness from Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it weren't good enough. Yes, Saliba at the end of the game made a really good last-ditch tackle. But, bro, if we keep exposing David Raya like that, bro, he's not going to keep making bad man saves every week, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So we need to fix up. We need to fix up. Our biggest problem is not our defense, but today defensively we was poor. Our biggest problem isn't the defense, but today defensively we was poor. And Saliba saved us, saved a lot of players that had a stinker. Ben White in the second half getting cooked. Do you know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's poor, man. It's poor. Martinelli is trash. What's this here? What's man saying? Rodgers ripped them to shreds. Rice and Martinelli need a lot of work and improvement. It's negative to say that, bro. It's negative to say honestly what's happening with the game. Some of these guys moaning about Northside saying his opinion are some instant gratification nitties. Keep on doing what you're doing. Like, yeah, bro, I don't care bro. I don't care. I'm gonna keep saying exactly what I see, bro. I'm gonna say exactly what I see, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? All they can say is, oh, you're being negative. Being negative about what? How's it me being negative? The fact that Martinelli was trash in the final third today. Was that my fault? Is it my fault that Kai Havertz isn't clinical and didn't take his opportunities? Is it my fault that Saka didn't score today and he was poor? Is it my fault? Is it my fault that flipping Rice and Thomas Partey got bodied today by Rodgers? Is that my fault? Was it me on the pitch? Is it my fault that Odegaard, which we're getting onto right now, which we are going to get right onto now, yeah, I'm sorry, Odegaard today breaks down our attack. Every time we spring a counter attack, this guy either plays the ball sideways, or he turns round, or he takes way too many touches. And this has been my concern with Odegaard, not just this game. He's been like this. This is the problem. Certain issues at this club has been long-standing. Martinelli running with his head down, not making the right decisions in the final third. Odegaard taking too long on the ball, or not making the right pass, or not making the pass quick enough. These are things that have been going on. Odegaard today was rubbish. That ball that was given to him by Declan Rice on a plate in front of goal, and you sky it. It was harder to miss. And it was an opportunity that you don't even need to put power. Just place it. The keeper's beat. And you sky it. This guy has no composure. He's too up and down. And these players that are inconsistent, like Odegaard, this is the problem. He doesn't maintain the level. He doesn't. And because he puts on a couple of performances, today he wasn't that great. Next week, he might put a great performance. Bro, you're not going to win major honors with players that are inconsistent like that. Too many times breaking down our opportunities. There was times where his passing in the first half, Odegaard's passing in the first half, putting the ball out of play. Bro, this guy, bro, was absolutely rubbish, bro. Absolutely rubbish. And bro, come on, it's embarrassing. I'm sorry, yeah, but you need to be making the right decision. You're the number 10. You're the number 10. If I'm going to get onto Partey and say, bro, you're not winning the ball and sparking the counter attack, you're the number 10. You're supposed to be threading balls through for Martinelli, Havertz, and Saka. Bro, your passing was rubbish, taking too many touches. You're allowing Aston Villa's defense to set. Bro, come on, bro. It ain't good enough, man. It ain't good enough. We're supposed to be trying to get over the line. It wasn't good enough from Odegaard. It weren't good enough. It weren't good enough, bro. Man, bro, too many players today didn't do their main job properly, bro. Thomas Partey, ball retention. Odegaard, distribution. Saka, goal scoring. Martinelli, decision making in the final third. Havertz, finishing his chances. These are their prime jobs, and they did it poor. They did not do their job. Declan Rice, if you're going to be box to box, I'm expecting better delivery. I'm expecting you to help out Partey, bro. And I'm expecting you to actually be able to pass the ball. Too many times your passing was off. Come on, man. And now let's get back to the back line, because I'm sorry. I saw a lot of times in this game today where Timber was kind of doing a bit of a Zinchenko. I saw him very central a lot of times. It was drifting in central. Bro, why is Arteta, why are you not telling this guy to overlap Martinelli? Martinelli's struggling on the left-hand side. They're doubling up on Martinelli, or they're standing him down, and Martinelli's struggling to get past the fullback. Why is it that you're not telling Timber, listen, Martinelli's struggling, start overlapping. Start overlapping. Give Martinelli an outlet, because he's struggling. He's getting to the byline and he's turning backwards because he's getting closed down. They're closing down the angle and not allowing him to cross. These are tactical things that the manager could do, and he doesn't do. He just stands there. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Yes, you brought on Trossard. Trossard should have started regardless. Trossard was one of our best players last season. So Trossard should have been starting regardless. But why is it that we're getting Timber to go into the middle where it's congested? Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where's the support for Martinelli on the left-hand side, bro? I'm sorry, yeah? The manager should have told Timber, run down the left-hand side and whip in crosses and help out Martinelli, bro. Because we're doing nothing on the left-hand side. We was getting nothing out the left-hand side from Martinelli. So, bro, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Gabriel, you've been playing this Arteta ball now for years. Why are you, if you're in doubt, because the way that Gabriel lost the ball that was then given to Ollie Watkins in front of goal that should have scored is because he had a brain fart moment. Bro, if you're in doubt, kick it out. Just kick it out. Por amor de Deus, no me foda a cabeça. Kick it out, bro. Kick it out. But he wanted to part, and then you lose the ball. Bro, we got away with it. But that weren't good enough. That weren't good enough. There was times I saw Timber get cooked. Listen, he's come back for an injury. Calm. I ain't going to fully grill him. But you need to improve. Gabriel, you need to improve. You need to improve. Ben White, I saw you get cooked in the second half. That needs to improve. You're one of our most consistent defenders alongside Gabriel and Saliba. That needs to improve. So listen, we take the 3 points, but at the end of the day, there's things that need to be addressed, man. There's things that need to be addressed. I'm gonna put the link out. Big up to everyone that's locked in. I'm gonna put the link out. If you got your camera and your mic, you can jump on. No camera, no mic, then I won't allow you to jump on. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Oh, he scored with his first touch. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. Everything was poor today, bro. Everything was poor today. But you know, you can't say that because these men, bro, they're too emotional, bro. They're too emotional. You're not allowed to say that, bro. They're too emotional. Maybe some of the ones calling me negative. I don't know if they watch my channel. I don't know if they watch my channel, because trust me, when I'm angry, this ain't how I am when I'm angry, bro. I'm actually quite chilled, but it's concerning. The performance is concerning. It's crazy. But you see this? Did we lose today? You lot in the chat moving like man lost. You see this? This is exactly why we don't go out there and get the right winger to help Saka. Why we don't get a striker. Why we don't get another number 10 to rival Odegaard. Why we don't go out there and actually buy a world-class player. Because you know why? But did we lose? Did we lose? And then at the end of the season, when we lose, they review everything we've said, give us none of the credit, Call us negative during the season, saying, "Oh, did we lose? Oh, but we're still in the title race," and then be, "Oh yeah, maybe we needed to address the striker position, the right winger." They never learn. Never learn, bro. Never learn. Yeah, never learn. I'm telling you, bro. They never ever learn. But anyway, where is it? Where is it? Yo, what are you telling me, bro?
Big up.
Ah, God.
Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Yeah. Obviously, I watched Man United, and obviously, I watched Arsenal as well. Onto the Arsenal game. Yeah, like it was a great win, but it wasn't a great performance from Arsenal. I mean, Martin, I told him, I've been telling him about Gabriel Martinelli, bro. The amount of times, yeah, he was on that left hand side, bro, and his decision making, bro. The amount of times that the amount of times that he was out wide on the left and was trying to take it down the byline. That's all he was doing, bro. All my man was doing is just kick and run with no end product, bro. Yeah, and then Declan Rice and Thomas Partey, bro. This Rodgers guy from Aston Villa, bro. He bullied Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. The amount of times, yeah, that he pushed them off the ball, bro. I'm like, what's going on? Like Thomas Partey and Declan Rice are supposed to be 6 foot 6'2", 6'3", big guys, man, and they're getting shoved off the ball by Rodgers, bro. That was embarrassing, bro. Obviously, Gabriel had a couple of shaky moments as well. I don't know how Ollie Watkins missed both of them chances, but yeah, overall, Arsenal fans should be happy with the result. But in terms of the performance, they should be not happy, because if you man keep performing like that, there's no way that you're winning the league, and you might even struggle of getting top 4 if you perform like that. And this is the reality. And again, Saka, step from top boy on the right wing. Like again, Saka had like a couple of chances again. Didn't take them, and he didn't really do much in the game. Like again, Kai Havertz as well, like had a couple of chances as well, completely missed, bro. Completely missed, bro. And Arsenal getting Moreno in, right? I think Moreno's okay, but he's not special. I would say that. But Arsenal need a striker in this window, because if you don't, then you man could be in trouble. That's all I'm saying.
I hear it, man. God. I hear it. Listen, let's go to Carl, and then we'll go to gaming. Carl, bro, what did you make of this performance, bro? Am I being negative, or did you see the same type of performance?
Bang average performance, bar David Raya or Trossard, and that's just a fact overall. Neither team really played to the best of their ability. I think we're probably playing on like 50-60% of our actual ability at this moment in time. I was getting really, really gnarly and upset with how Thomas Partey, he's meant to be this bruiser in midfield, he's getting absolutely outdone by Onana and Rodgers. I was like, stand up, mate. What's happened to you? Why all of a sudden you've turned into a freaking fidget spinner? You know, just getting absolutely turned all the time. Odegaard, for the love of God, this guy really does get on my absolute nerves. You're a Brooklyn Nets fan, aren't you, Northside?
Nah.
You're not. You just wear Brooklyn Nets fan. Right, okay, so I'm going to use it from an NBA term, okay? He reminds me of a player called Ben Simmons. He outright refuses to take shots. Outright refuses. And I don't understand why that is. Too many touches, plays the hospital pass all the time. It annoys the living hell out of me. Overall, this performance I'm happy with how the result panned out, so I'm glad about it. but we've got a long, long way to go. Long way to go for this season. And the more you look into this, our bench is still horrible. Martinelli, I've been a bit advocate for Martinelli for a long while. But I look at him this game and he's lost some of his pace and he has got no technical ability whatsoever. And I'm kind of thinking there's still the transfer window ends this coming Friday. We've got 6 days to sell him and get Eze in.
It's crazy. Our crossing today as well was poor, man.
Oh, it was horrible.
The crossing was poor. Our delivery was poor today, man. Poor. But it was many people here that they watch football highlights, bro. They don't watch the game. And that's what they just look at the score, bro. And they just see what people are saying on Twitter, and that's it, bro. They don't watch the game, bro. That's what it is, bro. A lot of this new generation don't watch the game, bro. And that's why they're like, well, you're being too harsh. I'm like, bro, I watched the game, bro. We were struggling. We should have been 2-0 down. We should have been 2-0 down, bro.
Ollie Watkins, he didn't have his shooting boots on today, thank the Lord. But we know what a clinical finisher Ollie Watkins is. Big up to David Raya. Because the first shot that came off, it took a deflection off the defender. He weren't expecting that. So he was fortunate it came off the bar. As soon as Ollie Watkins got on the end of that, I'm like, oh, here we go. This is going to be the goal. This is going to happen. And Raya pulled off an absolute worldie of a save. He literally saved our bacon.
He was fantastic.
Today. He was awesome. He was absolutely awesome today.
Really good.
But even though we go backwards and forwards on the goalkeepers, Schneer's sold Emi Martinez, and we've just gone down goalkeeper after goalkeeper after goalkeeper. But actually, in this case, I'm actually glad David Raya got one up on Emi Martinez. But just this one time, I'm happy about it. But overall, it was a bang average performance. It's Brighton next, and after watching what they've done to Man United tonight, I'm a little bit concerned going into that Saturday lunchtime game. If I'm brutally honest with you, everyone needs to raise their standards. Everyone needs to raise their performances because and apparently Arteta said in an interview earlier on that apparently our squad is a little bit short due to obviously Gabriel Jesus' injury and that. And I'm like, well, you knew this back in February, and that's what people don't get. If everyone goes back to his press conference at the end of the Bayern Munich second leg loss, he basically turned around and said, we don't have that killer instinct up top. So he knew we needed a striker back in February. Here we are now towards the end of August, and we still not got one, or relying on Kai Havertz, who, by the way, I barely saw him today. Apart from delaying Rodgers' pass that went through the Trossard for the goal, he did jack shit in this instance. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but he did nothing in this game. Absolutely nothing. And Saka was poor as well.
This is what I'm saying, yeah? Like this comment here, yeah? As much as I agree, I disagree. Because man is saying sometimes it's good to get a scumbag away win. Bro, I hear it. Yes. Even the Invincibles at time got, they got the draw. They grinded it out. The problem is they had the quality in the areas needed. We don't. So the same thing will happen. The problem is, it's not that I don't understand that we can scumbag a win. The problem is there will be games, and there's going to be a lot of games, that we are not going to be able to get over the line in knockout stages of competitions and towards the end of the season because we don't have that clinical striker. Of course, you can have a game where you have loads of opportunity. You got a clinical striker, and that day it's an off day. Yeah, but the problem is we allow that to be an issue because we don't have a clinical goal scorer. We don't have that. So at the end of the day, man say, oh, we can scumbag a win, but we're not scumbagging cups, are we? Because we don't have the quality.
No.
We got on to who's it, Gaming. What are you saying, bro?
Big up. I watched majority of the game. Yeah, I mean, you lot are missing a striker. Because if Arsenal are really serious about winning the league, you don't need a striker who's gonna get you don't need an Aubameyang striker. That's the type of striker you need who's gonna bang in 20+ goals. You need a right wing for Saka because we know he could get injured, say, in half of the season. Yeah, you need a left wing as well because Martinelli, bro, I don't understand why he doesn't start Trossard. He comes on and he scores. It's like, does he not believe in Trossard? Like, what? I don't understand with Mikel Arteta. Like, is
I
he
don't
gonna
get it.
keep playing? Is he gonna keep playing Martinelli for him just to keep getting done and flop? This guy literally had 3 players on him straight away as soon as he had the ball. He couldn't barely turn around. He just didn't know what to do. And Odegaard, bro, what was that shot? Like, the guy literally, instead of hitting it in the net, he just skived it up the net. Bro, it was everything. Like, the passing, like, Villa were lucky today. Like, you lot could have been 2-0 down in the first half, but luckily, Ollie Watkins missed. Raya, what a save. Like, I got to give what a keeper. Like, what a keeper you got to have. But if that was Ramsdale, oh, yeah. I don't think he would have saved that.
Nah, I
But
hear
nah,
that, bro.
it's
I
just
hear
the
that.
striker thing. But
Bro, man said, I agree with that Havertz, Martinelli, Rice, and Partey were trash. Saka, Odegaard were mid and not trash. I need you to point to a team, to me, that dominates every game. Even City and Madrid get lucky at times. Bro, did Bayer Leverkusen not win the league, bro? Were they getting bodied like that in midfield? Were they getting bodied like that? When's the last time you seen Rodri get bodied like that? And it wasn't one of our DMs; it was both of our DMs getting bodied like that, bro. Partey and Rice.
That's the embarrassing part.
Come on, man! I never saw Patrick Vieira get bodied like that in midfield. Even when he was up against, even when he was going toe to toe with Roy Keane and Man United in their prime, I never saw him get bodied like that, bro.
No.
He rose to the occasion, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Yes, you're not going to be the best footballing team every day. My concern with this game, my main concern is our finishing, because we should have been 2-0 down. Defending and finishing. Defensively was all over the place. I understand Timber's coming back from a long injury. I can still critique his performance, though. I can still critique it because he's on the pitch. So the manager shouldn't be selecting him if he's still rusty. And if everyone's telling me that, oh, Villa's a hard place to go at, then don't play Timber, innit? Because he ain't ready then. Don't play him. But sorry, but Gabriel is one of our starting defenders. Today, you weren't good enough, bro. You weren't good enough. Saliba at times, you weren't good enough. Ben White, I like Ben White. I rarely ever really talk badly about Ben White. But you weren't good enough today. Like, what are we talking about?
That just says everything about Arteta. I mean, think a rusty Jurriën Timber was better. It was a better option than Alexander Zinchenko. That says everything about the state of the squad. I mean, we weren't good at all. But what concerns me is the fact that we were the same as we started last season. You remember how we started last season? Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace. We weren't good in those 2 games at all. And surprise, surprise, it ended up costing us because we end up dropping points to Fulham in the next game. Because had we won that, the title's ours. And the more we play like this, the worse the beating is going to get. We kept on putting it off, these bad performances, because we got away with murder at Stamford Bridge last season. We got away with murder away at Luton last season. Surprise, surprise, we ended 2023 with 1 win in 5. You cannot get away with these bad performances forever, especially if you aren't clinical in front of goal. That's why Mourinho won the league most of the time. Even though that guy played some haram football, the guy had Drogba, Zlatan, Benzema, Ronaldo. He had elite killers. What did we have? We got Leverkusen, Logan Paul. We got a Samba sprinter. Like, it's not good at all.
Do you know what it is, bro? Yeah, like, listen, that the thing is, yeah, we've been. This is what doesn't make sense. Yeah, the people that don't like our opinion, they're gonna say, "Oh, you're being negative." No, we've been saying what we need to improve this team. So when we see a performance that, for the most part, is based off of us not going out there getting a striker, going out there and getting somebody that can come off the bench, the way Trossard did for Martinelli, that we want the same for Saka, we are going to highlight that because we've been saying that that's something that we need to work on. It doesn't mean that we're angry. I'm not angry. Like, you guys that watch me all the time, you know when I'm fuming. I'm not fuming.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. I'm happy with the 3 points. I'm not happy with the performance. The performance needs to improve. And a lot of the performance is based down to personnel. We don't have a number 10 to come on when Odegaard isn't being good enough. I've seen Odegaard when he gets the ball. The best version of Odegaard, he gets the ball. Quick 1-2 passes, quick decisive passes. But the problem is, he's always got the ability, since he's been here, to fall back into a performance like this today, where he's lackluster on the ball. He takes too much time. He breaks down our attack. When we got the advantage in terms of numbers on the counter attack, he doesn't distribute the ball fast enough. We've been saying this about him. This ain't nothing new. When we're talking about Kai Havertz missing chances, he had 2 chances today. 2 chances, bro. You have to be scoring that. You're our highest earner. You're our highest earner. How can we have the expectation of you can't score? You're our highest earner, bro. We brought you in last season to get us over the line. We didn't get over the line. A lot of this fan base is backing Kai Havertz for a reason I don't understand why, because he's just not that player that they're hyping him up to be. So then prove it then. Prove it on the pitch. Martinelli, you've been here for how long? How long? And you can't do basic stuff. And this is why we're talking about it, because when we call it out, they're saying, oh no, don't worry about it. We've got enough. But we know that performances like this are going to come. And they're going to come more than once. Didn't we lose to, was it Fulham last season?
Yeah. We drew 2-2 at the Emirates and then we lost at Craven Cottage. I still haven't forgiven ourselves for that.
It was 2-1 where you lost at Craven Cottage, isn't it? 2-1.
It was that December stretch that absolutely killed us.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Winning only won 5 games, I believe.
Yeah. Like that run was crazy. Like what you said about Ødegaard there, like the amount of times that I saw him holding onto the ball too long, and the amount of times that I saw Tielemans dispossess him. Ødegaard got into some good areas, but the amount of times that Tielemans would just run and just take the ball off him, like he wasn't there. Like bro, like this is the thing. Like with your fans, like when they put these players when they put players on a pedestal like Ødegaard and Saka and Kai Havertz and all of these players, when they put them onto world-class pedestal, when they put these players on a world-class pedestal, they will criticize you for they will criticize you.
World-class standards.
Yeah, for their standards basically, and this is the thing. And if you're saying Saka's world class, if you're saying Ødegaard's world class, if you're saying Kai Havertz is world class or he's a great player, then Arsenal, then you should judge them to that standard. And this is it. And it's not just an Arsenal problem; it's a football problem. When you put anyone on that pedestal, you have to put them to that. You have to put them to that pedestal. If they are not performing, you can't just say, "Oh, you're being negative," "Oh, like you're being racist," or whatever. Like the game is the game. So that's what it is.
Bro, it is what it is, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like nothing that we're touching on is not things that we haven't touched on before. So when it hasn't been addressed and we see it again, we're going to talk about it again. At the end of the day, we take the 3 points. Of course, you take the 3 points. Why would you not take the 3 points? You know what I'm saying? My title says this isn't sustainable to win the league. I'm not happy that we got 3 points or we won the game. You know what I mean? It doesn't say that. So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm happy that we won. But there's things that are unsustainable. We talk, for example, people will talk about, the high line, Pochettino high line. How long can that, there's games that they won today.
Yeah.
But there's games where they're exposed. First game against what was it? Leicester that they played?
Leicester, yeah.
Exactly. So you're going to be exposed. Until you address that, you will be exposed at times. Some games it works, some games it doesn't. Today, Partey, even though he wasn't great, he scored a goal. Is Partey going to score? Because most of the time, Partey grabs the ball in the middle of the pitch and he skies it. 9 times out of 10, he skies it, bro. He rarely scores. So you can't rely on that. You can't rely on that. You know what I mean? Trossard, what, you're going to expect him to come off the bench all the time? Bro, he looked like he's not happy, bro. He didn't look happy at all to me, bro. He looked like he's really peed off, bro. And I think he has every right to be peed off.
I reckon that I honestly believe there's something going on behind the scenes that we're not being told about. And the only thing I can say is, you either sell Martinelli or you make him play as a number 9 along with Havertz in that role. But then again, you're now needing a left winger. But there are left wingers out there. There may be a downside cheaper than getting another clear-cut striker. But if Martinelli has lost a few yards of pace and has also lost his creative ability, the one thing I don't think he hasn't lacked is his shooting ability. Because when he does have a shot in front of goal, he kind of buries most of his chances. So maybe that's an option to go for. But if we let go of Trossard, say we sell him at the end of the window, oh my god, we're destination fudged. We really are.
Yeah, when you see a poor defensive performance, when this fan base have been saying, "Oh, we got combinations in defense, and we've got the best defense in the league," when you're conceding about 3 or 4 clear-cut chances in the first half, bro. What are we talking about here? You can't hype it up that we've got the best defense in the league, and we do have a very good defense. I'm not even denying that. But that alone is not going to win you the league, bro. Did Mourinho just have Carvalho at the back and John Terry and Ashley Cole and all these players at the back and then not go out there and have a Drogba or have a Hazard or have Benzema at Real Madrid? Every manager that sets himself out really good defensively has a clinical striker up front. Simeone, did he not have Aguero?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? It's great having a good defense, bro, but defense alone will equal a draw, bro, if you don't score goals. And we don't have somebody that we can rely on. Yes, we put a lot of that on Saka, but Saka's not an out-and-out gunman like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're not going to be able to continue relying on Trossard, giving him 10, 50, 20 minutes off the bench. The guy doesn't even look happy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't enough to get us over the line last season. Why do we believe that it's enough to get us over the line this season? We need a proper gunman, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Falcao, Forlan, Costa. This is what I'm saying, bro.
100%.
We're leaving ourselves short for what? For what reason? Today, like I said, Martinelli got taken off because of a poor performance. Why didn't we have that? Why didn't we have the same quality coming off the bench for Odegaard and Saka? Why? Because we haven't addressed it. Havertz today was trash. Nobody can tell me he had a good game today. He did not have a good game today. His link-up play was rubbish. His decision-making was rubbish. In the final third, he wasn't clinical. There was nothing about his game today that was good enough. Why don't we have the option off the bench? Because even though we wasn't scintillating today, we did create chances. So all we needed was a gunman to put it in the back of the net. That's all we needed. And it would have been a lot more convincing. But people think that we can give up. Yeah, the reason I made the title of this show today, of this reaction, isn't sustainable, is because one, if our defense continues to act like this, which I do think it will improve, we're not going to even be able to have a sniff to get back into the game. And second of all, even when we're creating all these chances, if we don't have someone to bury those chances while we're giving away all those opportunities in front of goal, 1v1 versus our goalkeeper, we're gonna concede goals and we're not gonna score goals, and it's gonna be frustrating. And also, David Raya, let's not go on like he's world class. He did very well today, but he's not a world class goalkeeper. And even world class goalkeepers, bro, you keep putting them in those kind of situations, they will concede. They will concede. There's only so much you can keep a goalkeeper 1v1 time and time again and expect him to make worldies, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the goalkeeper's your last line of defense. You should not be exposing your goalkeeper. But we exposed him on set pieces. We exposed him on the break. We exposed him for mistakes out the back from Gabriel. And we're going to act like we didn't see all of this because we got the 3 points. Come on, bro. What are we talking about? Man United got 3 points in the first game. Does that mean that they have no mistakes and there's nothing to improve? Let's stop going up. Tottenham won today. Are we going to say because based off of the result, are they going to win the league? Like, teams have areas that they need to improve. And when you don't improve, we're going to criticize. Yeah. It is normal. Anyway, let's go to Daz. Daz, you've been waiting there patiently. What's your thoughts, bro?
What's going on? Listen, I'm a Liverpool fan, obviously. Well, actually, I don't know how obvious that is because I don't think I've ever come on here Northside. But big up yourself. I like your perspective on the game. But just to kind of give like a little bit of an outsider's opinion here. I think that, I mean, ultimately, when you look at this game, you're going away to a stadium that you lost last season, to a team that finished in the top 4. You conceded chances. Were Aston Villa wasteful? Yes, but how many other teams do I think would have been just as wasteful in front of that net? If Liverpool were playing and that was Darwin Núñez, I would say that you guys probably also would have won the game. If that were Tottenham and it were Son, perhaps the game would have been 1-0 to Tottenham, whatever. If it was Haaland, he would have scored. Outside of that, literally the other 17 teams I see being just as wasteful as Aston Villa, right? Just to, like, for a little bit of, objective perspective here. And ultimately, were Arsenal not at their absolute best? Yes. The game probably should have been 3-0. That Odegaard miss at the end was just crazy. It reminded me of the same miss that he had at Aston Villa last season. It was almost the same run of play too. It's like a ball that just bounces back to the top of the box. He's crashing in and he just sends it to the sky. But outside of that, these are the kind of games where you kind of just have to, take your luck a little bit. Like when I think back to when Liverpool won the league, how many games did we have that were 2-1 that were literally like this? Like we got played off the park, we were giving away chances, teams simply didn't punish us, and we were able to come back. Now, I know what the title is and that you don't think it's sustainable, and I think that there's a valid argument there because I do think that you need a striker. I said it at the beginning of last season. I said, I don't think Jesus is the guy, and I don't think you have that, 20 to 25 goals per season guy at the front who can consistently provide an option outside of Saka. Now, whether or not that's a 9 or a winger, I think is a different debate, but I still think you need a forward player. I'm not sure if Marino all of a sudden just turns you guys into a team that conceded 29 to a team that conceded 25. And ultimately, there's an argument that, concession wasn't your problem. It was scoring. It was scoring in certain situations, not conceding in certain situations. So I totally understand the frustrations and, not getting in the certain players that you guys need. But ultimately, this was a game away in a stadium that you lost last season to a team that finished in the top 4, that isn't bad, that was wasteful, and you guys punished them for it. So there is the opposite perspective here of, did we get lucky? Yes, but we took our chances when we got them. It was a great goal by Trossard and a brilliant finish from Partey. And to be honest, Odegaard should have made it 3. So in another world, this could have been 3-0, 3-1. I do think that Raya made an amazing save, but at the end of the day, Watkins shouldn't have headed that directly at him with a completely open goal. And the first one was inexcusable, where he just literally drifted it to the left. But, like I said at the beginning, I think there's a ton of teams in this league, even in the top 6, that are just as wasteful. In fact, United probably would have been offside for 3 goals today. Every one of those chances, they just would have been offside because that's what they do. So I hear your argument. I think it's valid, but at the same time, I like what I've seen from the first 2 weeks of this Arsenal team, and I still do think that that you guys have a really strong chance of winning this league. And I think that with more time, those little errors logically will start to get fixed. But at the same time, I'm not an Arsenal supporter, right? So I don't watch 90 minutes week in, week out. But from what I've seen, I'm not. If anything, I'm impressed with what Arsenal have done. And if anything, it's like it's a step forward that you went to a stadium to a tough team and you got the 3 points this year when you didn't get any points last year.
You're a Liverpool fan, yeah? You're a Liverpool fan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a Liverpool.
Let's put this on Liverpool on a Liverpool perspective, just so you can understand even a bit more what I'm getting at. Yeah. When you guys went to Champions League finals, what did you do? You went and you sold Coutinho. You saw that Karius wasn't good enough, right? You didn't continue and say, oh, maybe he can improve, right? You went and got the guy.
Yes.
Okay. So you upgraded on that position. Then you saw that you needed to, your manager got Van Dijk as well.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you improved your team until it was good enough to win the league. This is the problem. You're saying that, with a bit more time, this manager's had 5 years now.
I'm not against you on the whole Arteta thing.
But that is the thing.
I totally hear you.
I feel like when you say give it time, I feel like, within 2-3 games, the defense ain't going to perform like this. Like our defense is probably one of our most consistent parts of our team. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people say about, we got a great defensive record and et cetera, et cetera. So I don't think that this is the level of our defense. Obviously, Timber and Calafiori, them two individually, we'll see how good they are because I don't watch them week in, week out.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, yes, there will be improvement. Yeah. Even without going out in the market and getting more quality. Now, the midfield, we've always spoken about Odegaard and his decision making or pondering on the ball way too fast when we're on the break. You guys were rock and roll football. When you receive the ball, you guys are direct and you used to make your decisions quickly. When you catch teams cold, you can't have somebody like Odegaard as a 10 that dabbles on the ball way too much. And he does that on the break, and he also does that in the box.
Agreed.
And that will cost us. And that is why we should have went out there and got a number 10. Same thing. We got Declan Rice, that as much as he's good at shielding the back line, playing this box-to-box role, the best we got out of Declan Rice last season was crosses into the box. But we're not getting any crosses. Today, we wasn't getting any crosses from Saka. He did it great on the first game for Havertz, but today he wasn't crossing well. I expect Saka to improve, but the burden shouldn't solely be on Saka. Martinelli, his crossing has always been terrible. His decision-making has always been terrible. I don't see the improvement, and that player's been here long enough to improve. Then I'm looking at Havertz. This guy now, you can't be the highest earner at a football club and not have the standards to deliver in your position. He is a striker. I'm expecting goals, and he's way too wasteful. Way too wasteful for me. And I don't feel like goal scoring is something that can be developed. I think even with you guys, with Darwin Núñez, you put him in great positions, but the goal scoring ability has to be there for the player. Because if you don't have the goal scoring ability, there's only so much the manager can do. And I don't believe, just like Darwin Núñez, I don't believe that Kai Havertz has that ability because we've never seen it. And we saw last season, Chris Wood and Jackson Martinez outscore this guy in terms of league goals. And they're playing in inferior teams in terms of consistency, the project, how long they've been together. That is why I'm upset with my football club, because you haven't gone out there, got me the clinical goal scorer. You ain't gone out there and got me a right winger that can compete with Saka. Full games like this, that he may have a poor game. We're bringing on Reece Nelson, which is nowhere near like for like Martinelli coming on for Trossard. And we have absolutely no competition for Odegaard. This club put out on the PR, on news articles about, oh, this will be the season where Fabio Vieira will break out into the team. Why didn't he jump? Why didn't he come on the pitch then? You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't on the bench, but at the same time, when has this guy ever been good enough? Because people may say, oh, he's not on the bench today. Okay. But last season was on the bench. We didn't use him. So the manager's already told us what he thinks about him because he didn't even use him last season. And let's not go on like Odegaard was scintillating every single game, because he wasn't. And yet he wouldn't take him on. Whether that's Carabao, whether it's FA Cup, whether it's Champions League, whether it's up against Aston Villa, you didn't use him. So that shows us what you think of him. And this is the problem, bro. We don't go out there and buy those players that will get us over the line. We persist with players and say that they will improve. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm not seeing the improvement. I'm not seeing the improvement from Odegaard. I'm not seeing the improvement from Martinelli. And I'm not seeing an improvement from Kai Havertz. They have not shown me an improvement, bro, over the time they've been here. And that is the problem, bro. So when people say give it time, why is it that we're going into a transfer window? We can't identify a number 10. We can't identify a right winger, and we can't identify a striker. Yet I'm supposed to believe in the scouting and that Arteta has identified where we need to strengthen. Because if that's not acceptable, then he should be, instead of saying, oh, we're doing a really good job, wait to the end of the window, I back Edu, I'm behind him. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem to me. You're part of the problem. And I'm not expecting him to do what Conte did, which is just call out everything. But there's things that you can do to show you are not happy if you want those areas strengthened and you are not being backed. There's things that you can do, bro, and you can signal to the fans without being as direct as maybe somebody like myself would have done. Because I would have been in the press conference and I would have said, no, F it, everyone's getting, I'll be making it the whole club a thumbnail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, listen, like, I know that you guys bought Calafiori. I know that you're closing in on Marino. I'm not sure like how much capital you guys have available this season in terms of FFP. I understand the shortcomings of Odegaard and the fact that there's certain spells in games where he seems to ghost, or in fact, like, there's certain spells in the game where, he takes a little bit too long to make a decision, which I understand you can't have that from your number 10. And if Arsenal, and I fully agree on the fact that you guys need another forward. I don't think that it's sustainable to just rely on Martinelli, Havertz, and Saka. Even though Saka had a brilliant shot in the first half that was met with a brilliant save by Martinez, I do agree on those certain points. I just don't know how much capital Arsenal have available. But at the same time, I think that When I said give it time, I meant more along the lines of the performance, not the players. Like what I saw today was definitely concerning in terms of, the defensive liabilities that you had in certain moments. But I also think it's important to look at the perspective of where you were playing, who you were playing, and the fact that I don't think that I literally think that there are only two teams that would have punished you today. Like I think that the quality in this league has dropped over the last few seasons, and I don't think that those moments are as concerning as they would have used to be, if that kind of makes sense.
But we're at a point, though. But we're at a point though that we need to get over the line. That's the only thing where I disagree with
agreed.
you know what I mean? Because you're saying that look at the other teams and look what they're doing, but none of us are getting over the line. But at the same point, we are now spent 800 million in a 5-year process. I'm sorry, we are at a point now that we need to get over the line. The excuses that were given by a lot of this fan base in year 1, year 2 cannot run now year 5. Especially when they said it took Klopp 4 years. They made that comparison. So
well, we also improved there was a steady improvement year over year, because we finished in second the year before, but we made the Champions League final, and then we lost because Ramos, injured Mohamed Salah. But then the following season, we came in second, won the Champions League final, and then we won. So like I do see the comparisons there. It's like we were constantly improving, and even if we weren't, amazing in the league, we were amazing in something else. Like, first season Europa League final, and then Champions League final, and then Champions League win, and then Premier League win. So I totally get that, and the fact that I can't argue against if you think that Arteta's been given enough time. That's something where it's like, it's been 5 years. I'm not an Arsenal fan. It's not my position to tell you that you're wrong there.
No, that's fair. Listen, like I said, man, like everyone's got their perspective in it, and it's interesting because you bring up some things that I was like, and you know what I mean, and everyone brings a different perspective at the end of the day. Like I hear that there's going to be an improvement. This isn't our level of this performance today, but I just want to keep, driving it home that this is the season to get over the line. And when we're seeing the mistakes that we had from last season, where is the improvement? Because Man City, look at how they dealt with
Well,
but both games they've been ripping it apart, and they've improved. They got Savio, that for me is already one of the best wingers in the league, easily top 5.
Yes, he's very good. But they also lost Oscar Bob, so like they gained one, but they also lost. So in terms of personnel, it's even, right?
Bro, Gundo's there. I don't think it's even, bro. I think once they got Gundo, this club to show ambition should have went out there, got a striker. We should have reacted to that, because they've already, everyone was already putting them as favorites. Let's not get this. Everyone put City as favorites before they got Gundo. Now you got Gundo. Come on. Do you know what I mean?
I still think that, listen, my inner feeling still tells me that Arsenal will win this league, but that's just because I hate City. I don't want them to save football again. I'd like someone else to save football. But yeah, I don't know. I could also be totally wrong. Maybe I'm just wishfully thinking as a Liverpool fan.
The only thing I'll add, Daz, first time I ever met you, by the way, is the only difference is whilst you was improving and getting better, you was also winning trophies as well on your way to actually winning, getting over the line and winning the league. Yeah. You was winning trophies. You didn't just win any cup though. You won the Holy Grail. You won the Champions League. Where's our,
but we also
I always say it's substance over style. It's always that way.
I hear you.
Ozzy, sorry. Yo, bro, what's your thoughts, bro? You're looking fuming, bro. You're negative, man. You're so negative. Can't you bro? How are you coming on? We just fun, bro. You should be doing a parade, bro. You should be getting ready for Carnival, not in Carnival, bro. Tomorrow. I can't believe this guy.
I'm waiting for you to send through the Maggie delivery, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you. Northside, all you lot, all of a Carl, you know what I mean? All of you lot just begging it to be Lee Gunner, bro. All of you lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's got over you lot. You know what I'm saying?
You sounded like my brother still, You know, my brother's like, bro, what? Like, you been watching too much Lee Gunner, man. You been watching too much Lee Gunner, man. I'm like, bro. I go to my brother. He's like what, 4 or 5 years younger than me. Yeah, I say, you're partially the reason why you support Arsenal is because of me. You haven't even seen. At least I got to see this club win 2 leagues, couple of FA Cups. You get me? I got to celebrate that. I said to him, yeah, you ain't seen this team win anything apart from a couple of FA Cups. Like, and you're telling me why I'm negative. Yeah. But besides the point, yeah, listen, let's get one thing clear, yeah. If you're against this club and Arteta, yeah, you're basically a league gunner mutant. That's what I'm gonna say. Because that's all they say. Or, you know, basically, league gunner is the kind of, how do you say, like the emperor that's created this negative
anti-hero.
Yeah.
The Antichrist. The Antichrist is it?
He's basically a Decepticon.
Northside is like the.
He's basically the Ronnie Radke of all Arsenal fans. Let's put it that way.
He's kind of like Lex Luthor.
Northside is like the second coming of a league gunner. Yeah, I might be the third one soon. I'm not gonna lie. But
it is. You know what's crazy? Yeah, is people talk about you're trying to be like this person. I got my standards from my granddad and like the men of my family. Like it's just, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If anyone thinks I'm lying, ask anyone that's Portuguese. But it's not culturally, we don't accept fate. We don't celebrate it. We don't celebrate not winning, bro. And my granddad is the one that instilled that, bro. I watch most of my football at my granddad's house. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It just so happened that Lee's got the same standards. You know what I'm saying? But it was
exactly. That's what I think. Everyone says, "Oh, you're just a league gunner. You're just a league gunner." And at the end of the day, yeah. Personally, I got tired of losing. I got tired of accepting fourth. I got tired of, like, for Arsenal to even get to a final now, yeah. It's like we've been so deprived of it that some fans celebrate it. You know what I mean? We've been so deprived of challenging for the league that we should just be happy challenging for the league. But from my perspective of what I've seen this team win and accomplish and the standards of this team, the foundations of what Arsenal has been built on and what we was respected for and what Arsenal was known as, I don't see that anymore. I don't see that anymore. And it pisses me off. I look at this team, I'm thinking, you know what? We've gone, usually you go from boys to men. We've done the opposite. We've gone from men to boys. You're trying to tell me the teams that we've seen win leagues for Arsenal, like, compared to the teams we have now, or the team that we're seeing now, I see no comparison. Like I said this the other day, how many players of this team that we're watching now that's getting glorified would get into the 2014, the 2002 team? I wouldn't put none of them in this team. Maybe Saka and Saliba would be lucky to get on the bench.
Oh.
But besides the point, on the game was atrocious. The game was absolutely, I'd say, is a bit of a like bus crash, to be honest. Especially that first half. We caught life in this game. Let's not be honest. But the problem is, people are going to glorify it because we've come against this team twice last season, and they beat us. So people are going to glorify it as, you know what? We've actually managed to beat Aston Villa this season. Last season, we didn't. So that's a positive. But look at the performance. Look at the 90 minutes. And Daz, I know you said you'd say the rest of the teams in the league would probably not bury those chances. I disagree. Because half the strikers of Ollie Watkins would bury those chances.
Okay, who?
I mean, Mateta would probably bury those chances for Crystal Palace.
Isaac buries both of them, I'll be real.
Isak, I can hear.
Isak would bury those chances.
Haaland, I can hear.
Anyone that's competent up front bags those chances, I'll be real. Like,
exactly.
The two Watkins chances, you don't have to be elite. Like, you just need to be just competent. It's not hard. Like Both of the Watkins chances, the first one especially, he has to bag that regardless. The second one, I don't know what he's doing. It's like he just jumped at Raya and then just made the chance look harder than it was. But really and truly, you got to bag both, in my opinion. Isn't it?
It was a really good save.
It was. Look, I'm not even taking it away from Raya because David De Gea needs to do that for us.
7-7. Like we beat City last season. Did it change anything? So what? We're going to beat Aston Villa this season. It's going to get us over the line.
The way it is, it's because you've got standards. Because you've got standards and have high expectations. Same as Northside as well. Like when you've got standards, and this is what I do with my club, because I hate and despise Ten Hag. I don't care that he's going to be 2 trophies. That FA Cup has fooled everyone into thinking, oh, he should be staying. No, we lost 2-1 today. I'm fuming. But my head's on all over the place a little bit because this manager is just incompetent. And it's the same thing. Like with Arteta, is he going to get you over the line? The only difference between Ten Hag is that he's got a couple trophies and Arteta's got one, but it's margins. But with you guys today, I expect you guys to get the result which you did. But are you going to win the league? That's just my thing. Are you going to win the Champions League? Are you going to win the major honours to take your club to that next level? Are you going to sign a striker? I don't think you are. Marino, is he going to push you lot? I don't know. It's a maybe because he wasn't good enough for Newcastle. And Newcastle
Marino looks like the second coming of Arteta for me personally. And he just looks like
no, it's true.
Bro, he doesn't address anything that we need, bro. He doesn't address what we need.
He's just
and it's true.
Just a backup dancer.
He's not going to get you more goals. Let's just put it that way. He's not going to score.
And Northside, guess he's going back to Porto. Fabio Vieira as well, like not good enough as well. So it's like that money that Arteta wasted on Vieira. Who's the backup for Odegaard? Like just on the neutral point. Because if he gets injured, who are you going to bring in? That's what my thing. There's no one to bring in.
We're not managers. We're not getting paid £11 million a year to make.
No, 100.
This club, is about wait and see. Yeah. When the going's good, run up your mouth. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And at the end of the season, then they go back to everything that we say. But the whole season, I already know the game, bro. I know the game. I'm gonna have to keep hearing I'm negative, I'm this, I'm that, and everybody else that jumps on that has the balls to put their opinion out there and show their face and everything. You're going to be called negative. At the end of the day, it'll be another season where we're proven right, and it's going to be exactly because we didn't do what needed to be done. You know what I'm saying? People talk about negative, yeah? I'm going to keep it real. I don't back this manager, and I've said this before. If Edu and Arteta actually went out there and strengthened us the way we needed to, I would be more positive towards what they're doing this season. I may not fully back it, but then I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, to be fair, you know what? They got a striker. You know, they went and they got a right winger. They actually went out there. They got this. They got that. You know what? Yeah, they've actually addressed it. So do you know what? Maybe you can do it. We'll see. And now I got a bit more because I got something to actually say. Like, okay, you've got your striker, you've got your winger, you've got your number 10, you've got these players, we've got rotation. Okay, cool. Now it's down to your management. But once again, as a manager, you're seeing Martinelli getting isolated on the left-hand side. You get Timber to do the Zinchenko role and invert instead of overlapping to release Martinelli. You see Kai Havertz isn't good enough and you don't take him on. You just persist with it. You see that Odegaard isn't being effective enough and isn't taking his chances. You just keep him on. This is the same management that I didn't like from last season, bro. Favoritism. Not taking off players in the right time, not putting up the right lineup, not making sure that bench is available there for games like this, that you need a game changer. Yeah, and people say, oh, but we got Trossard. But that's the only one that we've said can change the game. That's the only one. Bro, we had multiple players today putting a stinker. What if we didn't win today? Then what's the excuse? Because is that what we're going to do? We're going to rely on Trossard. We relied on him last season. We relied on him in the Champions League. Bro, we didn't get over the line, bro. You know what it is with this fan base, yeah? They love doing the same thing, yeah? Acting like we ain't seen it before. We've seen this before. You're telling me that we're scoring from set pieces. We've done that before and we fell short. When you're telling me we can rely on Trossard, we've done that before and we fell short. Doesn't mean he's trash. It just means it ain't good enough to get us over the line. I'm not saying that, we got the best defensive lineup at the back. We had that last season. We fell short to get over the line. So why am I? Bro, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to keep repeating the same thing. It ain't working, bro.
No, do you mind me just asking you this question?
Listen, babes, that. Put man number on the phone. The girl's like, no, bro, it gets to a point where she's like, yo, this is harassment, bro. This is harassment, bro. You get me? You ain't gonna, bro. The girl said no. The girl said no, bro. The outcome ain't gonna change. But with Arsenal, oh no, but one phase 5 of asking for her number. Let's just keep going. Maybe, you know what I mean? Invite her to that. Maybe she'll say yes. It makes no sense, bro. But that's the mentality of this fan base, bro. Just keep doing the same stupidness, and somehow it will work. It don't work like that. Yeah.
Was Kaganafori worth the signing? I just wanted to like ask you guys on it because I've spoken to a couple of Arsenal fans about it. They're mixed about it. But was he a priority or a need? Do you guys think?
I'd say he was needed, but not a priority, because we needed a centre backup. And to be honest, from this 15-minute segment that he came on to play, the guy does not have the legs to play left back. Like, if I'm going to judge him on what I've seen, the guy does not have the legs to play. He does not have the stature to be a left back. So we'll wait and see what happens. I don't want to judge him too soon. People are going to say,
it is early.
He needs to get up to scratch. But for me, if he's going to be playing in that left back role, then we're basically not addressed anything. If he's going to come in and play centre back and challenge Gabriel and Saliba, then we'll wait to see if he is half as good as them. But to me today, from what I've seen, the guy does not have the legs to play left back. That's for sure.
Yeah, nah. So what it is, I think with him, it's like he needs time to get adjustment to the Premier League. But at the same time, because you had the best defense in the league, I just think you really should have just got a striker, just someone that's more goal potent, because Havertz wasn't really doing much. Odegaard, I feel, didn't take his opportunity today. Even though when he got that one chance, he just skied it, but he didn't have enough opportunities as well. Martinelli, I don't know what's happening with him. I just think, would you man cut your losses on him, or would you?
I personally
keep
would,
him another
because
year?
Arteta doesn't know how to coach players or get the best out of them. We basically go on individual performance. Like, Arteta's been here for almost 4 or 5 years. I personally, if you say in my opinion, I don't see him, like, he has not improved any single player in this squad for me. I see like individual performances back of the own players, like remits. You get me? Like how their own output. As for Arteta to bring someone in and say he's improved him or coached him, then why have we still got bums on the bench? Why can't he improve those players? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is Reece Nelson still there looking like cousin Skeeter? Don't know whether he needs to run back or run forward. Why is Nketiah still there? You get me? Smith Rowe, do you know what? He's out of the door, so he's gone. So for me, like, the problem is people say Arteta's a good coach. People like he's a good this and that and the other. For me, I don't see him as good at coaching. He gets players in, plays this system, has a plan A. Plan A goes out of the window, and then he relies on Trossard to save him. He don't trust these other players on the bench, but they're still here. And we haven't addressed numbers of positions in this squad. Striker, left winger, number 10. You know, Partey looks like I don't know, man. The guy looks like he doesn't have the legs to play in here. So potentially we need a number 6 and a number 8. This Marino guy does not move the needle for me. This, from what I've seen, he was at
Newcastle, bro, not too long ago, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, him back in the Prem, I just think, like, I don't know. It doesn't push you a lot further. Like, I feel you lot need that striker just to edge it more in your way, innit? And if you got that and maybe another winger to give Saka competition or Martinelli, then you're like, oh my God, Arsenal showing some intent. But it's the same squad and you let go of Smith Rowe. Okay, cool. You got your money for it. So you made profit. Fabio Vieira was a waste of money. Let's just call it that. So Arteta's failed in that area. and then Marino. It's like that's not a good window. And Kagidafuri, because in my opinion, I don't think you don't need a Kagidafuri. I think you might need a 9 that could just do you something. Because you had the best defense already and had depth in that area with Timber coming back. Obviously, Kirio, we don't know his situation. I don't. Is he leaving Northside or is he staying on?
Who's that? Sorry.
Kirio.
Kivio.
Kirio.
That's
Yeah.
gone silent on that. Like he was being linked to different clubs, but that's gone silent. So I don't even know.
Yeah. So like he's still there, and was it Tomiyasu as well? So I don't think like Kagidafuri was a must. Zinchenko's still there. As much as he's not great, he's still on the books, in it. So when I'm looking at your defense, I'm like, your defense is quiet. It's already sound. So up front, you're very lightweighted. So if an injury happens to Saka, for example, I don't know for the attack. I really don't. I just want.
They're going to get more injuries as usual. I've said this before. Like Arsenal fans can't expect that players are going to be injury free again. Like the last 2 seasons that they challenged for the league, they've pretty much had most of their team fully fit. That they can't expect this season that they are not going to get injuries to more important players. And this is the thing, and the thing is, like I said, this Moreno guy, obviously I saw him play games for Spain. For Spain, he looked all right, but again, he's not a needle mover. He's not a needle mover. Yes, I think Arsenal did need a centre back, but it wasn't their number one priority. Their number one priority was a striker, and they haven't got that. And the thing is that Arsenal spent 100 and something million pounds on Declan Rice because Arteta thought he was a 6. Like, bro, Declan Rice can't play as a 6. Declan Rice does not have the attributes and does not have the technical ability and have rest of the attributes to play as a number 6. Like, your best number 6 is Thomas Partey, but again, Thomas Partey, his injuries have slightly catched up to him. So Arsenal also need a 6 in that area. Like we can say about they've brought in Calafiori, but again, is Calafiori as good as Saliba or Gabriel? We don't know. So if one of them get injured, Arsenal could be back to square one. Obviously, with the goalkeeper situation as well, like obviously you got David Raya there. Obviously you've been struggling to get rid of Ramsdale, and this is the thing. Like Aaron Ramsdale, like 2 seasons ago, was like Arsenal fans were calling him the 3rd best goalkeeper in the league, and now he can't get a game. and this is the thing. And David Raya is a good goalkeeper, but again, he's not exactly amazing. So this is the thing. And about the Martinelli situation, I've spoken about it so many times with these players who like to get out wide and just kick it by the byline, kick it by the byline.
Martinelli's the Brazilian Rashford, bro.
Like yeah, like he's a brilliant, he's a Brazilian, whatever you want to call it. He's a Brazilian Rashford. He's a Brazilian Doku. He's a Brazilian Brendan Johnson. Like these type of players, yeah. These type of players are not good enough, bro. And this is the thing, and because Martinelli is not going to improve. Like yes, Arteta. Obviously, Arteta, I think, is the bigger problem at your football club. I do agree with that. But at the same time, Arteta can coach Martinelli. Arteta can tell Martinelli to get in more certain situations. Like he can coach Martinelli to get in more situations in possession, and can coach him to get in more positions in the counter attack. It can get him in more. Basically, Arteta can get Martinelli in more scenarios, more attacking scenarios. But the problem is Martinelli's never had it in product. Arteta can get Martinelli into 10 more attacking scenarios, and Martinelli will still fail because Martinelli does not have the end product. He does not have the his footballing IQ is trash, and he's not the first player, by the way. It's the same with Rashford. It's the same with Garnacho. It's the same thing with Doku. It's the same thing with Brennan Johnson. It's the same thing with Timo Werner. You can put these players in more attacking situations, but if they don't know how to make a final pass, if they don't know how to make the final shot, if they don't know how to make the final dribble, then what is good at getting into those situations is pointless. And I think at some point, not right now, but at some point, Arsenal do need to address the left wing area as well, because Martinelli is not good enough, bro. He's not good enough, bro, and he's never been good enough.
I'll be real, bro. Listen, big up to everyone for jumping on. You know what I mean? Real King, Carl, Ozzy, TMJ. Big up to all of you lot for jumping on, especially you United supporters as well. You know what I mean? You two don't go hiding at least. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys.
Man, not hiding. I'm outside, man. I'm outside.
I respect it. I respect it.
I'm here, Northside. I'm here, bro.
I'm outside, man. Bun Ten Hag, bun that boss man that boss man Casemiro, because he looks like the guy that served me at Morley's today. I'll be real, like he looked like him. I saw him today in Bricky. I'll be real. I have to keep it up, man. He's on 350 both.
When I do the Man United segment, we are going to do a reaction to Rance and Saeed. I will be probably putting out today. Yeah. The next show will be another United show. You two don't go anywhere, yeah?
I will be there. I will be there, Northside.
I'll be there. When you do the, I'll be there. It's cool. Bro, I'll be there.
Man will take all the shots like Jamie did in Top Boy, fam. You know, like that, fam. You know them right there.
No, we can dialogue on that peanut-headed Ten Hag guy, man. We can dialogue in it. I know some.
Bowling
I can't like. You might have to teach me some Portuguese because I might have to start cussing Mason Mount in Portuguese, you know, big man thing. And even Bruno, who I do cuss at times, but he PM me off a little bit.
Arabic, anything, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Arabic, it doesn't. Bro,
yeah, you might have to, bro.
Wow. You know what I mean? These man ain't. But listen, we'll talk about Man United.
Yeah, true, man.
Don't worry about that. But listen, big up to all of you. He's literally going to go Northside Radio. I'll see you lot over at Lee's stream right now. So
big up.
People, see you there.